Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ryan, and today I'm going to be reviewing a beer from the Founders Brewing Company, and they are based out of Grand Rapids, Michigan. And this is their KBS, also known as Kentucky Breakfast Stout, or the original KBS. This is another one that I've never had before and heard so many people talk about. I'm sure some people will be like, I can't believe you've never had this before. Neither can I. So I'm really excited to get into it. So they are calling this an Imperial Stout, aged in bourbon barrels. Ale brewed with chocolate and coffee, aged in oak bourbon barrels. This comes in at 12% ABV. Let's see. The beer that taught us that patience truly is a virtue. This big, bold Imperial Stout is brewed with premium chocolate and coffee, then aged in bourbon barrels that introduce powerful notes of vanilla, coca, and charred oak. KBS is a luxuriant, full-bodied drinking experience that emanates sophistication while honoring our craft beer roots. Nice. This was bottled on 9/13/22. I have been sitting on this for quite some time, waiting for the right time to bust into it. Figured now is the time, doing it for this month of stouts, porters, malties, all that good stuff. So anyway, 9/13/22 makes that 1 year and just about 1 year and slightly over 3 months old. So I think that's all I'm going to say about that for now. Let's bust it open, see what we get. Another one, again, kind of have high hopes for because I've heard so many people say such good things about it. I don't think it's going to disappoint. Poured slightly hard on this one to try to generate a head. And before I forget and it dissipates, it's about just a little over half of a finger, at least my fat fingers, of, I'm going to say, a tan mocha colored soap sudsy head. It is dissipating quickly. I do actually have some natural lighting in here as well as my other lighting. That's looking pretty. Nah, it's brown. It's just a very, very dark brown. You can definitely see more of the brown down at the bottom of the glass here. Again, that head has since thus dissipated in the center and is just kind of collecting around the rim a little bit. Give you a look. Okay, we'll do that. Catch my breath here quick. I might be able to, Let's get a nose on her. First thing I smell is coffee. Dark, roasty coffee notes. Yeah, like a dark, strong coffee, I'd say, which oftentimes reminds me of like a cold brew coffee. I'm also getting some of the barrel notes, mostly I would say like the oakiness. I'm not really getting any boozy bourbon notes. I'm also not getting any chocolate. Yeah, I'm going to say that's pretty simple in the nose for me. It's just straight up coffee, like, what did I just say? Cold brew coffee that I'm drinking out of a wood oaky barrel. All right, I'm going to dive in. Cheers. All right. So I'm going to say this is actually more like higher side of medium body. It's not a super thick, full body to me anyway. I don't feel as if it is. However, it is slightly coating my tongue, so I'd say this is kind of like a slightly syrupy or greasy aspect to it. It's also spritzy. I'm definitely getting some carbonation, despite, you know, the head dissipating. Decent carbonation on the tip of my tongue. Flavor-wise, definitely hit with that coffee right away. However, I would say it came across stronger on the nose than the flavor. I was expecting this to be like a huge, almost overpowering coffee note to this. I'm glad it isn't, actually. I'm not a huge fan of just drinking a stout or porter that just tastes like coffee. So after the coffee, midway through, that's when I'm getting the bourbon barrel notes, specifically the oakiness and tannins. I am actually getting hints of chocolate as well. I wasn't getting anything on the nose which in terms of chocolate, but I definitely am flavor-wise. Trying to see if I could get any of the actual bourbon notes out of it. Again, the chocolate is very faint, but it is there. So, like, on the finish and lingering, you get slight bourbon notes along with the oakiness from the bourbon barrel. But again, it's very slight, very subtle. And I'd say it finishes slightly bitter as well. %12 ABV. I'm going to say you can't tell, mostly because you can't taste the bourbon. Definitely not getting any burning in my mouth, throat, maybe slightly a little bit in the chest. But I would not, you know, if I didn't know that this is a 12%, I would not expect it to be a 12%. I would actually think this is more like an 8 or 9%. Yeah, but mostly coffee and oaky barrel notes to this. There definitely is alcohol legs there. A little bit of lacing, slight lacing from whatever head's left, but definitely some alcohol legs. All right, so Founders KBS. Not gonna lie, it's not like my favorite. I was kind of expecting to be extremely wowed by this, but it is a solid stout. Like, don't get me wrong, it is a solid stout. And because of that, I'm gonna give this a 4 out of 5. It's definitely a solid stout. It's just not necessarily my favorite. So that's all for this video. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and comment down below. I know a lot of you have had KBS before, so tell me what you thought of it. Till next time, peace.